morning student, how are you? I welcome you to my class of English, and I'm going to tell you about a new poem, The Snake Trying. It's not a new, we have done this poem, and now I'm going to revise this poem with you. So children, this is written by W.E. Ross. I'm going to tell you about the poem The Snake Trying, and children, it is written by the poet W.E. Ross. R-O-S-S, as you can see, it is written on the board. Now first I will be telling you about the poet William. The full name of W.E. Ross is William Wright son Eustace Ross. So what is his name? A very long name, isn't it? William Wrightson Eustace Ross. He was born on June 14, 1894, and children, he died on August 26, 1966. So August 26 in the year 1966 he died. He was a Canadian geophysicist and poet. So children, he was a geophysicist from Canada, and he was a poet also. He was the first one to publish poet in Canada to write imagist poetry, and later the first to write surrealistic verse, both of which have led some to call him the first modern Canadian poet. So due to this reason, he was known as the first modern Canadian poet also. Imagism was a movement in early 20th century Anglo-American poetry that favored precision of imagery, both of which have led some to call him the first modern Canadian poet. Now, he was having a sharp language. Surrealism is a 26th century movement in art and literature which sought to release the creative potential of the unconscious mind or the irrational expression of images. So these two are the things which was new for you, that I have explained you that what is a surrealism and what is surrealism. Surrealism is a 20th century movement in art and literature which sought to release the creative potential of the unconscious mind or the irrational expression of images. Now children, I would like to tell you about the theme of the poem. Okay, so what is the theme of the poem? Most of us think of snakes as fearsome symbol of death. Now children, people think that snakes are always harmful, they bite, we die. Okay, they are the most deadliest animal, they are the most dangerous animal, they are the fearsome symbol of death. But the snake in this poem itself is a victim. But children, here in this poem, it is something else is there in the poem. The snake is the victim of a child. The poet is telling us that we need to pause and act with a rational mind instead of being hysterical and irresponsible when we interact with this often harmless reptile. But the poet is telling that he is feeling afraid, he is with a rational mind instead of being hysterical and irresponsible. And when we interact with this often harmless reptile, and children, when we deal with such type of animal, we feel that he is harmless. Pain and anxiety of the snake and the ruthlessness of a man has been depicted in the poem. Here children, the snake is very innocent, he is in pain, he is in anxiety, he is worried because a man is after him with a stick, and the snake is trying to save himself from that man. Now, snakes are one of the many beautiful creations of nature. This poet has written about how a snake is trying to escape the onslaught of pursuing stick. He tries to slip off and looks so beautiful while giving a curvaceous shape to its slender and thin body. So, snakes are one of the many beautiful creation of nature, and they are very simple. Okay, they are here. Snakes are one of the many beautiful creation of nature. The poet has written about how a snake is trying to escape on the onslaught of a pursuing stick. That means children, a person is there after the snake with a stick, and it tries to slip off the snake is trying to slip off. That means he is saving himself from that stick, and looks so beautiful while giving an curvaceous shape to its slender and thin body. And children, it is giving a curved shape by saving itself from the stick, and it's looking beautiful. The snake tries to glide through the water to get away. He escaped to the water, okay, so that he can save himself from that stick. To save his life, he goes to the water. The poet hopes that it is able to make a safe escape. He pleads through his poem to let the snake free, because it is a timid green water snake, that it is absolutely harmless. And children, the poet is telling that snake is very harmless. It's a green snake. It is a water plant snake. It never bites anyone. It never harms anyone. Rather, it is saving his life from the human being. It does not even harm little children. He was noticed while longing on the sands, and now it escaped to the green reed that would act as a disguise and save it. Okay, and now it escaped to the green reed that would act as a disguise and save it. So now children, here the snake is trying to save himself, and let's read about it. So, in this poem, there is a beautiful ironic statement written by the poet about killing a snake. Okay, and the poet is telling that that's the snake. It wanted to save itself from the stick of a human being. Generally, human beings are afraid from the snake, but here something opposite can be seen. Here, children, the poet is telling. The poet tries to say that all snakes are not poisonous. Some of them are quite harmless. Here, it is foolish to kill a snake as soon as we see it. So, children, we should think twice before killing the snake. That snake was green in color. It was quite harmless, doing nothing harm to any other person. But then also people are after his life, and they are going to kill him. They are going to kill him simply because it is a snake. And when the people see snake, they think that it will harm the human being. A snake always bites in self-protection only. Now children, the author tells one thing: when just to protect itself, then only they bite, otherwise they never bite. Otherwise it is as harmless as any other creature. But sadly, human beings always try to kill a snake as soon as they see it. So he tells you, but we human beings did not realize that as soon as we see a snake, we try to kill it. Now children, I would like to tell you the central idea of the poem. In the poem, the snake trying, in the first stanza, the poet describes how a snake is trying to get away from a man who is chasing him with a stick. The movement of a snake is graceful and elegant. The way it curves in the water is quite remarkable to look at. The snake does not stick to one straight path to get out of the reach of the man, but bends its way in and out of that path as it is traveling along the water. In the second stanza, the poet entreats the man with a stick to let the snake escape. It hides into the reed. Reed is a water plant. Without hurting even children, it hides into the green slim reeds. So children, here the poet wanted to tell us that we should not kill snake whenever we see it. First we should find out whether it is a poisonous snake or it is not poisonous. If it is a poisonous snake, then we could think for some time, but if it is not poisonous, it is as harmless as other creature on the earth. So why it is not our duty, and it doesn't look nice that killing a person without any reason just because it is a snake. So we should see if it, like in this poem, it is a green snake. Green snakes never bite, they never hurt, they never attack any human being. Okay. So now children, the main points of the story is that a snake is lying on the sandy bank of a pond or a stream, because a water body is described there. It might be a pond or a stream. The person runs after it with a stick in his hand, and a person is running after the snake with a stick in his hand to kill him. It runs making sudden curves with its thin long body. Now the snake is moving with its sudden curves, it is making with its thin long slender body. The poet thinks that its movement are beautiful and graceful. The poet thinks that the movement of that snake is that poet thinks that its movements are beautiful and graceful. The snake goes through the water to save itself from the storm. Children, the snake goes through the water to save itself from the storm. It vanishes among the reeds. The snake is green as the reed, so it is easy for the green snake to hide among that reed to save his life. So children, this is the what to say the poem is about, and now children I will be explaining you the poem. Now the poem is, I will read the poem first. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick, with sudden curving of thick long body, how beautiful and graceful are his shapes. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide. Without hurt, small and green, he is harmless even to children. Along the sand, he lay until observed and chased away, and now he vanishes in the ripples among the green stem reeds. Now, some of the children, it's a very short poem, but it's a good poem. And the message of the poem is that we should not harm any other animal. If the animal doesn't harm us, we should not harm the animal, because all the animals are the creature of God, and we should love and respect the creature of God. Now children, first stanza, few word meaning. Escape, to get free. What is the meaning of escape? To get free. The meaning of escape is to get free. Pursue, to follow. Pursue is to follow. Curvings is bend. Thin is not fat. Graceful is attractive. Shape is, what is the meaning of shape? I must not tell you. You know, glide is move. Stroke is hit. Shape is move. Stroke is hit. So what is the snake trying to do? The snake, children, the snake is trying to escape the pursuing stick. Pursue means a stick is following, a person is following the snake with a stick. So in the first line, the poet is telling the snake is trying to escape, to get free from the pursuing escape. Pursuing a stick, the stick, it is followed by a human being with sudden curvings of thin long body. With sudden curving is bend of thin long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shape. His shape is very beautiful and graceful. Okay, it glides, it moves, it he glides through the water away from the stroke. From the stroke, that means children, he glides away, he moves away when the person is hitting him with the stick. So that snake is moving away just to save himself. So in the first paragraph, student, the poet is telling that a snake is trying to escape from the stick of a person who is trying to beat him, who is trying to kill him, with sudden curving of thin long body. And children, he is making, when he is moving, children, it is making the shape of a curve. Okay. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. Now the poet is telling his shape is very beautiful and graceful. He glides through the water away from the stroke. He glides through the water away from the stroke. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Now children, he is gliding, the snake is gliding, okay, and he is stroking. Stroke is hit. Stroke is hit, and he is being hit by the that stick, by the stick, and that's why he is gliding. He is saving himself from that stick. Oh, let him go over the water. Now the poet is telling, let's go. Why we should stop him? Why we should kill him? Why we should hurt him? If he is going towards the water to save himself, let him go. Without hurt, small and green, he is harmless even to children. Now he is telling, he is going over the water into the reeds to hide. So what is a reed, children? It is a green plant in water. what is a reeds? It's a green plant in water. The poet is telling, if you want to hide in that plant, it's a green snake. Let him hide it. Why to stop him? Why to hurt him? Small and green is a harmless even to children. He is very small and he is a green color snake, and he is harmless to children also. Along the sand he lay until observed. And children, now the poet is telling he where he was. He was lying on the sand. He was lying on the sand until he was observed by someone. And then children, that someone started chasing away with a stick in his hand, and now he vanishes in the ripples. What is ripples, children? Ripples, you can write it. Children, ripples are the children, that shape of the water. When you throw something in the water, when something goes to the water, what you can see the ripples, that round shape of water, okay, the circular shape. So that poet is telling that he is going inside the water in the ripples. He vanishes in the ripple among the green slim reed. Okay, and there are slim reeds are there, slim green plants are there, and he vanishes there. Now, who is now, children? So snake is here. It just to save himself, he goes into the reeds. It lies along the snake sand until observed. Children, he lies along the snake until observed. No, the snake is not harmful even to children. No, the snake is not even harmful to children. That snake is very good, very nice. We must not harm this type of snake. It is the poet is telling this to the people. He is giving a suggestion to all the human being through his poem. Now, so children, with this I have finished the poem. Now we will be doing some important question and answer. So first we will do the textual question, some extra question answer I will be doing with you. So the question answer, what is the snake trying to escape from? The snake is trying to escape from the pursuing stick. You have to add the word pursue also with a stick. Human beings try their level best to kill the snake. They take it for granted that the snake is poisonous and harmful. They take it for granted that the snake is poisonous and harmful. Is it a harmful snake? What is its color? No, it is not harmful. It is green snake. Okay, the green snake means that it is either it is a snake which is living in plant or it is living in water. So children, it never harms us. The poet finds the snake beautiful. Find the word he uses to convey its beauty. The poet finds the snake beautiful. Find the word he uses to convey its beauty. Okay. The poet uses the following words: beautiful and graceful, glides, small and grey. Okay. The poet finds the snake beautiful, and children, how he conveys its beauty. He uses the word beautiful, he uses the word graceful, he uses the word glides, he uses the word small, and he uses the word green. The poet, what does the poet wish for the snake? The poet wishes that the snake should be allowed to go. It should not be killed by the man. It should not be killed by the man. Where was the snake before anyone saw it and chased it away? Where does the snake disappear? The snake was away from its secure area. It was basking in the sun along the sand. Finally, it disappeared in the reed. Okay, so this is about the snake. Now, some of the question is for self of 10, though I can give you some hints how you will have to write it. So, students, now this 2 question is for self attempt. I can give you some hint. Find out as much as you can about different kinds of snake from books in the library, from the internet. Are they all poisonous? Found out the name of some poisonous snake. Now children, there are different type of snake. Water snake is there, then cobra is there. Okay, then there are many snakes with different name is there. Different colors is also there, and then you can say that all the snakes are not poisonous, like water snake is not poisonous, the snake which is living in plant are not poisonous, and many other snakes are not poisonous, but then there are snakes like cobra, viper. These are the most poisonous snakes in the world. And then children, you have to write, and many things are asking. Okay, so you have to write by yourself. Look for the information on how to find out whether a snake is harmful. Okay, this also you have to do by yourself. And then children, some additional question answer which I would like to do, which I feel that these are the important question answer which a child should know. How does the snake protect itself? What kind of body does it have? So the snake has a natural instinct of survival, children. They knew that people will be after them, and they have got full right to survive. He can smell and see dangers and escape from there safely. Children, he can smell danger, he can escape. The snake moves with sudden curving, gliding through the water to protect itself from the attack. He has a thin, long body. How does the poet describe its shape? Even a dangerous and a venomous creature like a snake has its fascinating appeal and beauty. The poet says that the snake makes a beautiful and graceful shape. It is mesmerized to see the zigzag walk of the snake. Children, many people they fear from the snake. They feel afraid from the snake. But if you will look the beautiful the way it's walking, children, in a zigzag manner. No animal walk like that. It's very strange to see such type of walking, which you can find from no other animal. Even earthworm never can take that zigzag shape the way the snake has. They walk, they take the shape. So they be mesmerized to see the zigzag walk of the snake. What does the poet appeal here? The poet appeal here that they should also, the snake also need protection and sympathy from all of us. The snake here is a small and green is color, and it is harmless even to the children. It never even attack to the children. It is harmless even to the children. So the poet, it seems, is very kind and generous man. He is sympathetic to the snake, so he feels to let it go safely to its place. Why to kill an innocent animal when it is not doing any of us harm? Now, where does the snake vanish? The snake vanish in the ripples among the green thin reed. The snake vanish among the ripples among the green thin reeds. Describe the natural beauty of the snake. Is the poet fascinated by it? It is a small snake. It is green in color. Carving of its long body have their own appeal. Its shapes are graceful and beautiful. So are its movements. Yes, the poet is fascinated by it. The harmless, graceful and beautiful snake attracts the admiration and sympathy of the poet. How does the snake escape and survive the pursuing stick? Its stick is aimed at the snake. The snake knows well that it can harm it. It has a sharp sense of smelling the coming danger. He also knows how to escape it. With sudden curving of his body, he glides away through the water, away from the stroke. Finally, it vanishes in the green, slim reeds. Do you agree that a snake does not want to bite a man? It bites a man only when it feels that he is going to kill it. I agree with this statement. Children, snake never hurt anyone. It never attacks anyone. It attacks only those people when he feels that they are going to kill him. Or children, if they are attacked, like suddenly if some people put their feet upon the snake cannot tolerate this and it strikes to the human being. It bites to the human being. But people are of the opinion that the snakes are poisonous, so they are after their life and they kill it. They wanted to kill it. Now, long answer question. Why does the man want to kill the snake? How does the snake protect itself? The man thinks that all the snakes are poisonous. They are harmful to the human being, and hence it is better to kill it. He chases the snake with a stick. The snake is trying to escape at a great pace so that the man cannot reach and kill it. The movement of the snake is very graceful and elegant. The snake does not stick to one straight path but bend its way in and out of the path. At last, the snake floats over the water and hides itself into the green reeds. The snake has an instinct for its survival. It can smell or it can recognize the danger. It knows how to escape from it and reach to a safe place. It escapes the pursuing stick and it strikes, and finally vanishes into the green reeds. So children, uh, in fact children, you have to write the whole summary of the poem. Summary also I am going to discuss it today. Why is the poet fascinated by the snake? Why does he want to let it go unhurt into the reed? Now children, the poet is fascinated by the snake because as he is having a kind and generous nature, even a snake can be graceful and beautiful. At least to the poet, the snake is a living being with grace and beauty. The snake described in the poem is small and green in color. The sudden curving of its thin body charms the poet, so does its graceful movement. When it glides through the water, it looks like an object of grace and beauty. He develops a liking and sympathy for this strange creature of nature. He appears not to attack such a graceful creature. The small green snake is not poisonous. It is harmless even to children. Such a beautiful and harmless snake should not be an object of our anger. On the other hand, it deserves appreciation and our sympathy. So children, this is the thing. These are the important question and answer. Now, one question is that what is the central idea of the poem? In the poem, the snake trying, the poet tried to say that all snakes are not poisonous. Some of them are quite harmless. It is foolish to kill a snake as soon as we see it. Even if a snake is poisonous, it will do us no harm if it doesn't see any danger from us. A snake always bites in self-protection only. Otherwise, it is as harmless as any other creature. But sadly, human beings always try to kill a snake as soon as they see it. So this is the central idea of the poem. Now children, what is the theme of the poem? Once again I will say about the theme of the poem. What is the theme of the poem? In the poem, The Snake Trying. Children, in the first stanza, the poet describes how a snake is trying to get away from a man who is chasing him away with a stick. Instead of biting, instead of harming, the snake itself is trying to save himself from the stick which is chasing him away, and he is going towards the water body to save his life. He knew that there are green plants there, and he would hide in one of the green plant, and thus he would be escaped because the snake is also having a green color body. In the second stanza, the poet introduces a man with a stick to let the snake escape. It hides into the reeds without hurting even children. It hides into the green slim reeds. So it hides into the green slim reeds. And children, the snake goes through the water to save itself from the stroke. It vanishes among the reed. The snake is green as the reed, so it is easy for the green snake to hide among them. So children, in this way the snake is trying to save himself. Okay, the poet thinks that its movements are beautiful and graceful also, and since it is green in color, no, if it will go inside the reed, nobody would be able to see him. The reeds are thin, here the reeds are not fat, they are not thick, and the snake is also thin, so in this manner he could save himself. Okay, and that's why it vanishes among the reed to save his life from the human being. The poet is of the nature, he is against to kill the snake because he feels that these animals are also the animals which is they are also born on the earth like other human being. They also have full right to live on earth as we human being. So why to kill them unnecessarily? We should not kill any snake unnecessarily, and because as they are harmless creatures. With this I end my video here, and the poem also is finished here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.